Hey, good morning, all. Today we are going to take a ride on a tricycle. All right. This is a vehicle I'm going to give you guys for hopefully riding better theme statements. Okay. A lot of you have worked with me on your stating theme statements learning check. All right. And as a lot of you have discovered, okay, there's a lot to do here. Theme's not easy. And so with that, with each experience, we just hope to get better. And so as I've been thinking about that, I came up with something that hopefully is going to help us not only write better theme statements, but just maybe theme statements in general. It's an approach, it's a vehicle that I've come up with. All right, kind of based on the notion that it's rare that our first attempt is our best attempt. All right, and we may never get to best, but after three or more events, we might be able to get to better. Okay, and so really, it's just about engaging in this cycle of trying things three times. All right, each time hoping that maybe we can refine it a little bit, make it a little better. All right, and so that's the goal with today's task. All right. For those of you in person, you will be having a brief conversation with me from your race reflection journals, where for each segment of the movie, we had to consider how race either divided or connected or created division or connection in the movie. And you were supposed to chime in on each of those. So you already had a chance, if you've engaged in that, to really kind of reflect on and process this. We're going to further process that a little bit in class today. For those of you at home, for various reasons, whether you're distance or quarantined, all right, you're just going to have to kind of base it off of your own reflections in your race reflection journal, okay? And so using here are the task instructions, using that general idea and understanding of race, creating division and connection from our work with Freedom Riders, all right? You're going to write three theme statements in the table below that kind of reveal a truth about race from the movie. Okay. For this task in particular, I'm going to ask you to write your theme statements as complex sentences using the provided dependent marker words. Those are these words right here that we've worked with in grammar growth before. All right. Last week we worked with complex sentences. And so, what I would encourage you here to do to make sure that you get started off on the right pedal, haha, get it, tricycle. Sorry, is to begin your complex sentence with one of these words. All right. And then remember to separate it from the independent clause once you get there, yada, yada, yada. All right. And so, the other thing that I want to pause here and remark on is I'd like to see you start writing most of your theme statements, if not all of them, in either compound or complex sentences, because it allows you to get to the deeper layers of the universal themes that you have selected. All right. Um, so please start doing that. But for this one, we're going to use only complex sentences. Okay. Before you go do that, though, I want you to review the success criteria here. All right. The same criteria that I use to give you guys feedback on for your stating theme learning checks that we just worked with recently. Okay. And so here's the dealio. All right. In these, don't forget to scroll down to this one. There are three tries here. All right, in the cycle tricycle. And so I want you to write three theme statements about the universal theme of race, kind of focusing on connection and or division, all right, in regards to a truth that was revealed in the movie. Now, it can be either three different ideas, all right, that deal with the theme of race, okay, or it can be the same idea just presented a little differently each time, all right. And so I just want to make sure that you have three tries here, all right, that are focusing on race, connection, and or division, okay, and that it's a complex sentence, and then that you just realize that sometimes, when we try things more than once, we can sometimes arrive at better work and better words, all right. So please see this for what it's intended to be, and that's just an opportunity to gain more experience with writing theme statements. Okay. All right. So as always, if you need help, reach out. Other than that, peace out, my friends. Okay. And let's ride off into the theme sunset on our tricycles today. All right. Enough tricycle jokes.